What's up, Internet? Welcome back to Citizen Sleeper 2. In the last episode, we went on this contract with Junie. It went decently well. We have managed to maintain all of our dice, and all of our people are still with us, but now I think we are good to go. We have no other things that we can investigate, as well as all of our clocks have been fulfilled. So we are going to get the hell out of here. Contract concluded. Here it comes. Leaving. Okay. Seraphin settles the rig at Holmes Rock, the old Solheim arrays glinting in the sun. Looking out at the station, you suddenly remember the model Junie gave you, and you take it out of your pocket. Seeing it in full light, you notice it's made from cast metal, surprisingly detailed and robust looking. Well, look at that. Seraphin glides over. It's a mini rig. You let him take it. He turns it over in his hand, looking at it. What a find. He gazes at the model ship. What are you going to do with it? Mount it on your console. Really? Seraphin grins. Well, we could do that for sure. He looks at the model for another moment and then pats you on the shoulder. Good call. Everyone can enjoy it then. He takes the model and glides over to his console. I'll get it sorted. He turns back, smiling. Gonna look great. Sleeper? Junie puts a hand gently on your shoulder. You turn to see her smiling a rare smile. Thank you for going out on a limb for me. I know that wasn't the most profitable job, but what we found, I'll be thinking about it for, well, ever. I managed to extract some data that you can use, and I'm going to search through everything we pulled out from the bunker. Junie looks down. I want to show you it was worthwhile. It was worthwhile. She nods. I'm glad you think so. I'll also start seeing where to find this kind of tools that I need to work with data like this. Her smile is fading already, replaced by a familiar, determined stare. We can't let it go to waste, but my deck is not going to be enough. Darkside might be the only option. It's the biggest remaining Solheim facility in the belt. She sighs. I'll look into it. Either way, thanks for bringing me with you. I'm glad to be a part of this. The smile returns, for as long as you'll have me. She looks away nervously, and then, before you can respond, she's gone, off to find a corner of the ship where she can dig through the data she pulled from the past, in order to build a better future. Yeah, awesome. Okay. So we have actually some good rolls here, so we might just try to take advantage of that. Want to fill some fuel, help offload freight is not the job for me, but that is okay. We don't need food necessarily right now, but we will need supplies. Okay, let's see. Sell raw scrap. I'm afraid to sell anything anymore. Fix broken arrays. The debug array systems is our best option here. And this is the rig. Okay, so let's change this to be... Yeah, honestly, cryo is fine because we're going to probably travel within the next cycle. It's really not a lot of money, but we're going to deal with it. I haven't seen other uses for raw scrap, so I think I'm just going to take us down to maybe 3. Nice. Okay, so let's buy some fuel. Let's buy some supplies. And let's get the hell out of here. Okay, so map. So we have no active contracts. We're here at Holmes Rock. We came from Flotsam. Far Spindle, I feel like, actually might not be... It's not really helping us to do Far Spindle, I think. We could check it out. Maybe actually we have a drawing thing at Far Spindle. Because all we're doing is we're going to go Far Spindle to Helion Gate to Greenbelt, and then we can head onto Darkside. So let's just do our little rotation. Let's get everywhere, and then we'll move on. New location discovered. Yep, here it is. Okay, cool. So, settle at a viewing window. You look down at the vertiginous length of the Far Spindle. Time to do a little sketching. Okay, cool. So we can sketch. We could also work, so we will be doing that also. And then, actually, let me just go to the rig. Let's make sure that they can scavenge fuel in the meantime, before I forget. Because that's what's pulling us along here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Nice, and then maybe we can get one more. Nice. Spindle is a tower of mismatched painted panels. It takes time to take it all in. Cool. Okay, so that one is in the can. We have a 2 left if we want it. Okay, maybe we spend a little time here, make some money, see what that clock does now. This is our money-making facility here. Yeah. Let's see, what else? That's the rig. Nimba's kitchen. Right, we never even finished this. So there's a couple things we actually could still do here. Cool. Yeah, let's stay here for a second and just work on getting supplies. All right, decent. So first of all, let's do these shifts. Just make decent money doing this. Okay, let's go to Nimba's thing too. Or Nemba. Cool. Maybe we could do one more out of this. Nice. After your shift, just as you're cleaning up, someone grabs you and asks you if you can meet out front. Sleeper, Nemba wants to see you. You nod to the other volunteers as you wipe off your hands and clip your cutlery to the magnetic rack. You drift out of the improvised canteen on your way to the kitchen in the back. It was a busier shift. It was a busy shift, and each shift seems busier than the last. That makes sense, of course. You've seen the steady flow of refugees arriving from the inner system, and most of them, with barely a chit to their name, end up in the underhang. As you cross into the kitchen, you could still hear the rumble of the refugees' conversations through the hatch. The other chef leads you past the rehydrators and the hand-built centrifugal oven to a small office unit at the back of the kitchen. They knock on the door for you, then glide away to finish their own meal, leaving you to wait by it. You look around the small but carefully arranged kitchen as you wait, your shifts here having left you familiar with the mix of improvised and salvaged equipment, some of which you've never seen before you came here. Come in, Sleeper. Nemba is perched at a desk, uplit by small transparent terminal screen. Reading glasses perched on the end of his nose. You've seen Nemba before, but not as much as you had imagined you would while working at a place called Nemba's Kitchen. Even though there isn't a proper sign out front, everyone in the underhang knows its name. The man himself is more of a mystery. Apart from the occasional barked order in the busy kitchen, he is little more than a blur to you. Why do you work here? He barely looks up from his terminal screen, the scrolling text reflected in his lens. The food is good. Uh-huh. Nemba stops scrolling the screen and looks over his glasses at you. You do well here, Sleeper. You're fast, precise. You're doing good work. Thanks. Nemba lifts a hand in response. That's my worry, Sleeper. Good workers like you, they move on fast. He leans back and looks at you. 10 cycles, maybe more, maybe less, and then they're gone. And the team? The team that get used to have them here gets used to working at that pace, then suddenly they have to work differently. They have to pick up the slack, change jobs, change stations, and a few of them think, well, maybe it's time I moved on too. So what I've found is good workers are trouble, especially those who come and go, like you. He pauses, watching you. Let him speak. This place, it runs on consistency, Sleeper. Those that turn up every cycle, good or bad, they get the people fed. He takes off his reading glasses, inspecting them for smudges. Let's be honest. That ain't you. So let's cut to it. I can't use you in the kitchen anymore. You're done. He shrugs. Sorry. But this place also runs on all those machines out there, on the suppliers I can rope in, the donations. Feeding refugees from the inner system is logistics as much as it is chefing. He shakes his head, which is why I'm cooped up in the back. So maybe you're gone. I never see you again. Okay, thanks for coming. We'll soldier on without you. But maybe you still want to be useful. Maybe I heard you have a ship. He smiles at you. Yeah, maybe I heard you chatting. And maybe I have a little something held up in a place only a ship like yours can reach. I negotiated the purchase of some valuable inter-system spores from a group that came from there, but somehow they ended up in the depot at Greenbelt. Nemba sighs. So, if you head to Greenbelt and you find the delivery and you bring it back, well, Nemba looks at you pointedly. That would be helping. That would be the kind of helping a good worker, even an inconsistent worker, might be able to offer me. Nimbus squints at you. Seems like the kind of thing that someone genuine, someone who wants to help for real, might do, don't you think? He doesn't wait for your reply, but it also seems like the kind of thing that might sit on a list of priorities for so long it disappears and never gets done. I've seen that happen too. I guess we'll find out which it is. He deftly places his reading glasses back on his face and continues to scroll the screen on his terminal. You know the way out, Sleeper. You turn in the doorway, slightly taken aback, and then it shuts behind you. You glide out through the kitchen, through the improvised canteen and the people eating and chatting there, and into the cold, underhang passage beyond, all the time considering what you might do next and recalling that persuasive glint in Nimba's eyes. Cool, okay. Yeah, that's something we can do, and we're going to Greenbelt next anyway, so, well, soon. Let's keep going on this. We can at least get through the end of this and see what happens here. Let's give ourselves another day. Oh, not that one. And I haven't actually fed... Yeah, I haven't fed the cat in a minute. I should probably do that. Okay, so end the cycle. This is just going to be a nice little montage episode. Just get the supplies prepped, get us ready to go. Ooh, not great. That is fine, though. I feel like we could still make use out of it. Not a lot of money, but we can make it through. We are actually at full fuel now, which is great. We have enough people that they're scavenging for us. Nice. Okay, here we go. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Beltborn Venture? Oh, I see. Now that you're vouched for, you can play games in the casino, but you feel the eyes of security on you. People are usually suspicious of sleepers, but when they get especially suspicious when you repeatedly win games of chance. Okay, so it's really just unlocking the casino. Got it. All right. Do I still get to use Nimbus Kitchen? I do. Oh, packed spores. Okay, so we actually need to deliver that in whenever we have it. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna use the one if I don't need to. Let's change this to supply. Actually, let's just change it to cryo. I'm there. I wonder, should we just go to Greenbelt? Because I don't really have anything else to do here. I feel like maybe so, right? Let's just go... Oh, no, not to Greenbelt, but to Helion Gate. Oh, but the Helion Gate... we got to be careful, because Helion Gate is that area that has hard endurance checks, and I don't have anything to do with it. Right? I can't go straight through, so I'd still have to go to Helion Gate. So hold on, real quick. Let's just go get supplies. Let's make sure I have enough here. And now we can head out. So let's go to Helion Gate. Onward. Okay. Wow, great rolls. Okay, we don't have one of the eye symbols here, so I think we might just be able to go straight to the next space. Is there anything else to do here? Collapsed long ago, but there's data to be found in the old terminals and servers inside the structure. Most of the gate is corroded beyond use, but deep in the structure you can still find some good metal. Okay, that would be for scrap, right? You could scavenge some fuel. Sure, I might want to do that. Let's do that one first. Ow. Cool, that's fine. Let's see, is there anything else that I can grab from? Those are supplies. Data scraping. How about this? What does this do? Okay, yeah, that is raw scrap. And now I'm starving. Let's go just rest off the pain here. Okay. Yeah, let's just leave, because there's no point to stay. Confirm it. Out we go to Greenbelt. Okay. Have I been here before? I can't even remember. I guess I have, right? I don't know. Maybe not. But they have nothing to say when I arrived here? That's interesting. Okay, so... fill supplies, fill fuel. Let's have the crew be looking for fuel for sure. That's the thing that would help us here. The depot workers aren't very happy about keeping the spores here for cycles. They won't release them until you pay a handling fee. Alright, well, we got them. Arrival tower. The Greenbelt is locked down thanks to fears around Utsubo influence, but perhaps you can convince them to have a reason to head inside. You don't have permission to get inside Greenbelt, but that won't stop you putting together a fake pass or document asking that you were let in. I'm gonna, before I fuck this shit up, let's eat a supplies. It's gonna be, I'd rather do that. Okay, so let's get fuel back. We're good here. Let's just do a little bit of everything. These are gonna maybe kill me, but let's just try a 2 and see if that helps at all. Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel confident that that is helpful. So let us go. Let's just change our day. Let's go to another cycle. We have so many resources. It's very funny. Okay, good. We'll take it. Let's just give ourselves a 5 here. Absolute success, and the security reluctantly wave you through. Now you have access to Greenbelt. There it is. Greenbelt buzzes with focused activity, the passages at full shift change, then empty once the work begins. It's a place that runs on its own schedule, but comfortably so, that comfort bought by being one of the largest food producers in the belt. There's always work in these fields, protected by a thick skin of transparent layers, and you could see why the humble life it offers has captured more than a few of the belt's iterant. I don't know what that word is. Cool. Sleeper. The voice, soft but forceful, takes you by surprise. As you turn, you're met with a delicate face wearing a confused expression. Apologies, I mistook you from someone else. She covers her embarrassment with a smile. I'm Aki. What brings you to Greenbelt, friend? Looking for work. Aki nods gently. Let me show you around then. Aki leads you through a series of doors, gliding down into passages cut into the rock, then up, following pipes into metal passages that cross the fields themselves. She stops on a bridge overlooking the soft curve of farmland that makes up one of the asteroid's 2 biospheres. Below, leaves flap in zero-G, waves spreading out across a sea of green. The varieties we farm here are specially selected and customized for microgravity. She puts her hands on the railing at the edge of the bridge. We feed them from beneath, irrigating and nourishing them through the very medium they grow within. The light of Helion helps us with this, of course. Aki squints through the transparent roof at the distant pale sun. Where are these plants from? Solheim left us many things, including a few seed vaults filled with their own engineered microgravity crops. Then there are the stacks found across the belt, self-contained microfarms. We have been able to propagate crops from them in some cases. But how about you? Can you, Aki's sharp eyes take in your expression, could you contribute to such a place? A green and growing strip in the gray belt? I would like to. Aki smiles. Feel free to take a shift below. Anytime you wish. I'll tell the others to expect you. The plants, they have a kind of peace, an eternal quality that makes them seem less fragile than they are. Aki sighs. This place is like any other in the belt, has its pressures. It is for me to navigate them. She looks away, frowning at something in the distance. I must attend to those pressures. Excuse me. I'm glad our paths crossed. She bows a shallow bow. I hope they do again. And with that, Aki leaves you to look over a sea of gently waving green in a possibly beautiful and possibly fragile glass case of growing things. Nice. We got some new places. We have a viewing part. Here's our supplies. Okay, farm shift. We could do a shift at the farm. You'll have to prove your reliability before Aki will open up. And then the wheat sheaf. All you could do is buy a drink and wait to be called. So we could meet Carmen here. So let's hold off on that maybe for now. Just for a second. Because I don't know what that's going to initiate. Nice. All right, Greenbelt sketch is in. Okay, so now, what do I want my guys to be? Well, yeah, fuel is still fine, I think. Let's do... So we're going to want to progress that. I'm going to want to get food, but maybe tomorrow. Let's do rig and move on to the next day. I'm going to want to go back to the far spindle, but maybe we hold off on that for a little bit. Okay, fine rolls. We're back up on fuel, so maybe let's transition to cryo again. Let's get food, and let's go to the fields. We should be relatively okay here. It's just gonna take a couple days. Energy. Energy. Okay. And the cycle, keep the process going. Wow, the crew gets like about 15 cryo every day, which is great. If they can do it, that's phenomenal. Oh, it discounted. That's funny. I didn't know that you could do that. Nice. Very good. Keeping it going. Nice. There's talk of trouble brewing with the Greenbelt administration. You have a natural ability with the plants. Aki's voice makes you look up from your work. It's rare. You expect Aki's typical warm smile, but she looks pale, distracted. I have something I want to discuss with you. She leads you out of the biome into the damp rock-cut tunnels that run just under the surface, all across Greenbelt. I'm sure you've noticed the section of our fields that has been lying fallow, Aki says as she glides through the low tunnel. It's been like this since I took over as administrator here. My predecessor was the one to fail it, and confidence was lost in his vision. She shakes her head. But now we've been unable to recover it. No matter the crop, the preparations, nothing will take. Aki leads you through a set of double doors and then up into the second biosphere. Immediately, you feel a difference. The air is dry, and a thin, choking dust fills the space. Aki puts out a hand and rubs the dust between her fingers. With its output halved, Greenbelt is under threat. She sighs. Those who wish to control this place are circling. We cannot lose our independence. But it wasn't always in the belt. But I wasn't always in the belt. Aki stares out at the dry landscape. I was born on a moon, Ember's Step, a failed experiment in terraforming from before the collapse. We will survive by cultivating the dust. I came here, like many, in the shadow of the war. My ship lost. Aki pauses and takes a moment, the loss still fresh in her mind. But it held the key. Aki looks to you, and perhaps holds it still. She wipes the dust from her fingers. Step silk. A plant that thrives in the dry and the dust. A plant that might thrive here. I have seen your ship, and you've shown me that you are to be trusted. I want you to go to the remains of my own, the wind's long shadow, and try to recover anything we might use. A plant, a husk, a seed, anything. It's a desperate step. She frowns and looks away. Where's the ship? The wind's long shadow lies wrecked beyond the sunward edge of the belt, beyond Helion Gate. I do not know what remains. My crew and I were lucky to escape. Greenbelt has reserves of cryo for moments like these. We will pay you for the retrieval, of course, depending on what you were able to retrieve. Aki sighs. This is our final recourse. I hope I will not be judged as harshly as my predecessor. I can offer you the fuel for the trip from our reserves. She bows slightly. The journey to Helion Gate and the wreck beyond will require it. Come. Aki turns. Let us go back to where the green things grow, she smiles. It is a better place to consider the future together. And Aki leads you away from the barren biosphere, the doors scissoring shut behind you. New contract. Okay. So we're going to want to do that. And I'm going to want to do that before I give the drink to Carmen. So let's take a look. They said Helian Gate? Oh, yeah. Help Aki. Yeah. So we're just going right back to where we were. Okay. I mean, again, no time like the present, really. As long as I just have... let's get a couple more supplies, just so I can extend another day if necessary. And let's rock and roll. What did it say the reward was? 100? 100 cryo per husk. So this could be a big... This could be big for us. I wonder, should I... Let's do that. So reroll dice cannot be a 1. Let's get out of here. Let's go to the Helian Gate. Let's do it. Again, no time like the present. Okay, we actually have some good rolls here, so I wonder, should we just try to get some fuel out of this? Nice. Great. Let's try one of the 3s. Oh, no, that was a bad idea. Okay. So, my guys should probably focus on getting just cryo through the next bit of this. Let's get it. Aki's Long Shadow. Just checking. How are we doing on time? So we'll probably start this and then move on. Okay, so... I mean... Do I choose my guys? I think I just choose my guys, right? Let's do it. The wind's long shadow floats, broken open, at the sunward edge of the belt. One of the refugee ships that made the fraught journey out to the belt from the inner system before the war truly took hold. The wind's long shadow is a monument now, and a warning to any other vessel that might stray sunward. Are you telling me that's where we're going seed hunting? Eugene shakes his head. Aki's in more trouble than we thought. It's hard to imagine that this cold, dead place might hold some key to the future of a settlement as verdant as Greenbelt, but that's why you're here. Steppe silk husks, that's what Aki said, the crop she brought from her home, carried out with the refugees. If there's anything left, it'll be your job to continue its journey from this place. This is no salvage job, Sleeper. Seraphim gets up from his cockpit seat. You need to be delicate. The more of those things we can get out, the more Aki will pay. Not to be totally mercenary. Seraphim winks at you. You look out at the wreck, shrouded in debris. Delicate. Right. Time to put that to the test. Okay. Crop processing. Break open bays. The split in the ship has revealed layers of bays and machines for processing steppe silk. Breaking them open might reveal forgotten husks. Oh, I see. So we're going to have a negative clock on all of these. So we got to just be careful with the rolls. Storage vault. Okay. So let's use your 5 here. Uh-oh. Okay. Stress is fine. I can take stress. Maybe I'll leave that one by for now. This one seems like a surefire bet, but I can't use Eugene here at all. So let's... Nice. Really good. Okay. 1s and 2s, and I have a couple more rolls left. Let's see. Yeah, I want to leave a couple of these for you. At least one more for Eugene before he fails us in some way. So let me try to do this one with absolute certainty. Oh. Cool. Okay, I think we're good for this day. Let's end the cycle. Okay, 5 and 5. We'll take this. Let's go to Eugene's side. Let's take this one out. I might actually be able to do it right from the gate. Let's see. That should be enough. Nice. The search is complete. There's nothing else to find here. Okay, so we have a step silk husk, though. So we probably can make one of each of these. So if we search them enough, we can get to a third with 3 of them total, which is great. So let's use Bliss's here. Okay, personal stress is fine. Again, personal stress is fine. I have essentially 3 6s, which is great. I should be able to get this one now. Excellent. So that's a 2nd. Okay, and I have 1 more, and I'm not chancing it anymore. Let's go end the cycle. Oh, I could push. All right, well, it's all right. I have to remember I can push now. Oh, that's bad. Okay, I forget what my abilities are, though. Reroll more. So I can't reroll. I can only reroll 1 of them, which is fine. Actually, Eugene can just get away with using the 6. Yeah, I don't care about his stress. He's not going to stress out. Okay, now we do this one. I want to use everything in my power to not have to use too many of these. Okay. I can get away with a 3. Nice, got it. Retrieve all 3 step silk husks from the wreck. We did it. If the wreck wasn't dead before, now, scoured out of the final husks of life, it surely must be. As Seraphin starts up the drive, you give the wind's long shadow a final look in its resting place. It's hard to feel sad about another chunk of scrap orbiting in a system that's made of nothing but the scrap of past regimes. But the people who lived on and built the ship, those people are worth a moment of memory. You think of them as you prepare to leave, and hope that they, like Aki, have been carried on to live new lives beyond the desperation of escape. And those that didn't get out, you hope your passing through this place did not disturb them. Nice. Okay, that was a pretty successful run. So let us, we're going to call it here, and then we will head back on the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. We're very close to the end of this game. I'm feeling it. All of our loose ends are being tied up now. Yeah, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you then.